History remembers conquerors for their power, but only a few are remembered for their honor. He defeated mighty armies, captured Jerusalem, and yet spared his enemies. This is the story of a warrior, a leader, and a man whose name even his enemies respected. This is the story of Salahuddin. Salahuddin Ayubi was born in 1137 AD in Tikrit, a city near the Tigris River. His full name was Yusuf ibn Ayyub. He was born into a Kurdish family, not as a king, not as a prince, but as the son of a military officer. From a young age, Salahuddin was quiet, humble, and more interested in religion and knowledge than in war. No one knew that this calm boy would one day change the fate of Jerusalem. Salahuddin grew up under the guidance of his uncle Shir, a powerful general under Nur ad-Din Zengi, the ruler of Syria. Though Salahuddin disliked violence at first, life slowly pulled him into the world of battles. He learned strategy, discipline, leadership, and most importantly, justice. Unlike other commanders, he never enjoyed bloodshed. He believed war was a responsibility, not glory. In 1169 AD, Salahuddin was sent to Egypt as part of a military mission. After the death of his uncle Shirkuh, something unexpected happened. Salahuddin was appointed vizier of Egypt. At a young age, he now ruled one of the most powerful regions of the Muslim world. Instead of luxury, he chose simplicity. Instead of oppression, he chose reform. He strengthened the army, ended corruption, and united Muslims under one purpose. At that time, Muslims were divided, and the Crusaders took advantage of this weakness. Salahuddin understood one truth: Jerusalem cannot be freed by divided hearts. After the death of Nur ad-Din, Salahuddin carefully united Egypt, Syria, and surrounding lands, not by cruelty, but by wisdom, patience, and respect. By 1187 AD, he stood as the strongest Muslim leader of his time. The Crusader armies, led by King Guy of Jerusalem, marched confidently toward Salahuddin. But they walked into a trap near the horns of Hattin. Salahuddin surrounded them. He cut off their water supply, used fire and heat, and broke their morale. The Crusader army was completely destroyed. King Guy was captured, and the most feared enemy, Reynold of Tilan, was executed by Salahuddin himself for his crimes. This victory opened the road to Jerusalem. In October 1187, Salahuddin stood at the gates of Jerusalem, the city that had witnessed bloodshed when Crusaders captured it decades earlier. But dice team history changed. Salahuddin entered Jerusalem without a massacre. He protected Christians, women, children, and the elderly. People were allowed to leave safely. Even his enemies were shocked. A Christian historian later wrote, "Salahuddin showed mercy no king before him had shown." The fall of Jerusalem shocked Europe. The Third Crusade began. Its greatest warrior was Richard the Lionheart, King of England. Though enemies, both men respected each other deeply. When Richard fell ill, Salahuddin sent him medicine and a personal doctor. When Richard's horse was killed in battle, Salahuddin sent him to new horses. This was not weakness, this was honor. In 1193 AD, Salahuddin Ayubi fell ill in Damascus. The man who ruled vast lands owned almost nothing. After his death, his treasury was empty. He had given everything to the poor, to soldiers, and to the cause of justice. At his grave, a cloth was raised with the message, "This is all that Salahuddin owns." Salahuddin Ayubi was not remembered because he conquered Jerusalem. He was remembered because he conquered hearts. In a world of hatred, he chose mercy. In a world of power, he chose humility. And that is why his name still echoes through history. Salahuddin Ayubi, the Lion of Islam. For more interesting stories of legends, subscribe and like our channel. Thanks for watching.